Call now.
We always hear people encouraging us with the saying, trust your gut, but should we really? Research says human intuition is a surprisingly powerful and accurate tool. So to help us improve this gut feeling accuracy, we're joined by intuition expert Brent Phillips, author of Improving Your Intuition. So thank you for being here.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here to share with everyone about how to trust your gut.
How do you trust your gut? When do you know when to just go with your intuition?
That's a great question. And so the short answer is anytime you don't have enough data to make a clear decision, you got to trust your gut. And I know some people think, well, that's not scientific. That doesn't make sense. That's not true at all. Did you know that Albert Einstein, perhaps the greatest scientist ever, said the only really valuable thing is intuition?
I did not know that.
There was a scientific study done at Tel Aviv University where they forced people to choose between two options using nothing but their gut instinct. And they made the right call up to 90% of the time.
How do you know when is it that feeling you get right away?
That's a great question. And see, what happens is there's three huge mistakes we need to avoid when using intuition. The first is to mistake emotional reactivity with intuition. And so reactive emotion is just garbage from the past.
Okay.
And so, for example, I suffered the worst heartbreak of my life with a woman I thought was perfect for me because I felt so good when I was around her. That's not intuition, that's emotion. She cheated on me and broke my heart. And I had to get past thinking that just because I felt some powerful emotion, that it's necessarily my intuition guiding me.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's very interesting. So when do you decide, and what, if you don't use your intuition, then you have to really think about the decision that you're making?
If you try to make a decision just with data, it can be difficult. We try to figure it out and get in our heads, but that doesn't work very well, because then you'll end up making decisions based on your beliefs, which is the second huge mistake to avoid. When we believe something very powerfully, we'll think it's true. That's not always the case. For example, some people believe that rich people are greedy. That's not always true. It's just a belief.
Okay.
As an example, when I left grad school at MIT, I recruited my best friend to start internet companies. And we had a lot of success at first. And I believed so strongly that we would always be successful, and he was loyal to me. But the day we launched our $1 million game, I dropped by the office on my way out to our launch party. And I walked in on him and the woman I was in love with.
Wow.
The truth was he was not loyal to me. The truth was that we were not ultimately successful with that game.
And because you knew him for so long, that was your belief.
I had this strong belief. And so real intuition goes beyond beliefs and opinions to tap into the truth.
What's the third mistake?
The third huge mistake is emotional reasoning. What do I mean by that? Emotional reasoning is when we feel something so powerfully, we think it must be true. So, for example, many of us feel that we're a loser or we're a failure because we had a difficult marriage or lost a job or failed with a company. Well, when you feel that strongly, you'll think it's true, and that becomes your reality. And so emotional reasoning is learning to see through the emotion, to find that inner guidance, because intuition is guidance by a higher power to tap us into what's really going on in our lives.
So what's your advice to people?
There's a simple formula for learning to trust your gut and make better decisions. G, get out of your ego and emotions. U, unconscious mind. You have to tap into your own unconscious mind. And T, talking your own intuitive language. Now, my favorite way to demonstrate how intuition works is with this photo of monkeys.
Okay.
If I hold the photo like this and say how many monkeys are in the photo, you don't have enough data, you have no idea.
Right.
That's what it's like to make decisions without intuition.
Okay.
But if I turn it like this, you can see clearly the two monkeys. Intuition gives you a different perspective on reality, so you can see what's really going on in your life and make better decisions.
And that's the key, is making better decisions. Thank you so much for being with us. We certainly appreciate it. And for more information, you can head to our website, StudioDtelevision.com.
Remember,